Welcome to another edition of the Big Business Minute. I'm Ivy League legacy of Billionaires for Bush. Clean air. Can't sell it? Who needs it? Well, it's Earth Day again, and Billionaires for Bush are celebrating their historic environmental campaign, Drain America First. For years, valuable caches of natural resources across this land have been off limits because of old-fashioned designations like state park, National Wildlife Refuge, and endangered species habitat. But no longer. Congress has begun delivering on George Bush's demand to open vast tracts of protected land to our drilling, mining, and logging corporations. Here to tell us more is our own Monet Oliver DePlace, reporting live from Yosemite National Park, where logging has just begun. Monet, what's happening out there?
Ivy, this field of stumps says it all. Profits. Economic growth and environmental stewardship are compatible, but let's not lose sight of the money to be made from wrecking the environment. Take the 500-year-old trees just cut down behind me. Before they were just standing here, watching the eons tick by, but now, thanks to the GOP and President Bush, they can finally become the Victoria's Secret catalogs they've always wanted to be. And that's what I call spreading the beauty around.
Oh, but Monet, trees are pretty. National parks are pretty. Even some state parks are pretty. And I like animals. Isn't there some way to conserve parks and habitats and still make huge amounts of money?
Ivy, billionaires will always have access to pretty places. Think Aspen and Monaco. But we mustn't let sentimentalism interfere with our greed. Cutting the tops off of mountains to get the coal inside, logging old-growth forests, drilling for oil in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge, or even here in Yosemite for that matter. A few private industries should be allowed to make billions from the public lands. And as for animals, are there no zoos? How many species do we really need?
That's a great point. What other public lands can we reap profits from?
How about Central Park in New York City? There are roughly 800 acres of trees there, some of them rare, expensive woods. Why is this valuable resource locked away from competitive industry? Who needs the Great Lawn when you can have the Great Lawn Grand Hotel? Let the bidding begin.
Well, I'm sure that with the help of billionaire mayors like Mike Bloomberg, the complete privatization of public lands won't be long in coming. What else is on the horizon for billionaires in the environment?
The giveaways in Congress just keep coming. Our friends Tom DeLay and Joe Barton have done great work promoting the interests of the corporate elite in the new energy bill.
Oh yes, doesn't that bill include $8 billion in tax breaks for our energy industries at a time when we are enjoying record profits from high consumer prices?
Exactly. Times haven't been this good since the days of the robber barons.
But aren't some groups demanding more money be set aside for conservation efforts? Couldn't we save billions of barrels of oil a year just by using it more efficiently?
Well, yes, but how would our oil companies profit from that?
Oh, Monet, I'm just kidding.
You had me going there for a second, Ivy. You are a wild one. Well, I'm off to do my part for big industry. Public lands, private hands. Ivy?
Thank you, Monet. Billionaires, there's a lot to celebrate on Earth Day this year as we continue to loot the greatest bank on Earth. Earth! That does it for this edition of the Big Business Minute. Visit billionairesforbush.com for the latest billionaire news. And be sure to tune in next week for our special coverage of Enron's heartbreaking fall in my exclusive story, Free the Enron 7. I'm Ivy League Legacy for Billionaires for Bush, reminding you that we're all in this together. Sort of.